dollar. And my life is what I call a life. I'm calling out.
You already know. Make sure you like, share, subscribe to the page, cause it's free. And you already know what time it is. This your boy Cap Gang. It's you know how I do. Salute to your boy. Shit.
Man, imagine being in a situation, gang, where you literally trying to order some food and you order from the actual Korean spot, the takeout spot, not Uber Eats, not these funny little sites, and they send you to another site to put your card information, and they wipe you for everything in your account. Wipe you for everything in your account. This is why I tell people they need to start being careful with giving people access to your card information, your bank information. I think we have came to the point in society where we giving too much access. Every time it's a site, they say, oh, we're going to give you a 90% deal. You get this for $1. What do people do? Jump in, and the first thing they do, put their credit card information. Put their bank information. Oh, you got to put your routing number in so you can get it today. It'll come first class straight to your house. Next thing you know, somebody's swiping all your money and transferring it from one account to another account. And that's exactly what happened in this situation, y'all. Let me put y'all on game so y'all can see what I'm talking about, man. Y'all check this situation out, because this shit ain't no joke. This shit crazy. When I'm telling you this shit crazy, dog, this shit right here, I was like, damn, that's fucked up.
Have turned into an absolute nightmare for my family.
Nina Lloyd is still in disbelief of how she got scammed out of $9,900 while placing a pickup order online Tuesday.
I didn't believe that it was real at all. I was like, this has to be some type of mistake. There's no way.
Lloyd says she was using her phone to order food online from Bonchon, a Korean chicken chain, when at checkout, she was taken to a third-party site where it asked to verify her bank account information.
Immediately following, within a matter of a couple of minutes, I got a text that said that I had initiated a wire transfer for $9,900.
Lloyd wants to be clear. She didn't just have 10 grand laying around.
That money that I received was a gift from an aunt that recently passed. She had sent it to me before her passing. And my husband just lost his job last week. So we were actually really relieved that we did have a little bit of cushion and security to get us through until he's able to find his next job. I never would have.
Now, y'all hear that? Now, Kimmy, tell me what you think when you hear that.
I think that's really messed up situation, because we are more so now than ever, and in the future you're going to see a lot more, because cash is going to eventually go away. All of our transactions, from our bills, home, groceries, shopping, is all online. And unfortunately, with that comes, you have to have a lot more discretion for these sites that you use. You have to be careful. It's going to take research, which means it's going to require a little bit more of our time, because we have to take that due diligence, because we're putting our card information out here. This woman said she received that. Thank God that was a blessing. You know what I'm saying? And, unfortunately, it came in a tragedy. But she received that money, and then her husband loses their job. So that should be her cushion, right? Who was wanting to buy Korean food and then spend $10,000, everything you got in your bank account? Unfortunately, you have to be careful.
This is my question.
That you use.
This is my question. I'm gonna tell y'all. This is my red flag right there. For them to do a wire transfer, they have to have what?
You have your banking.
They have to have what? What do the Korean restaurant have to have, and what do you have to provide for them for them to do a wire transfer from your bank to their bank?
Right. You need to have your banking and routing number.
And routing number.
She did mention that was the conversation she had. So when it went to the other page.
So you telling me
banking. She didn't say her card number. She said her.
So how clueless? So this is my question, gang. How clueless do you have to be to give your banking information to a restaurant?
Right, and that's where I say you have to have discretion, because there are a lot of systems in which it'll ask you if you want to use your card, if you want to use your bank, if you want to use a check, because now you can do a telecheck over the checks over the phone. All you need is the numbers on the checks. But what I'm saying, as far as these transactions, you're eating food. This is food, right? This is not even a bill. You get what I'm saying that she's paying? This is a food site. And then it sends you somewhere else. Boom, that should be the red flag, right? Immediately, why am I being sent to another site to make a transaction with you? Then it was those are questions you should ask. A lot of people will say, oh, okay, well, this is our processing and this is how it does. How do I know that? Because insurance companies that I've worked with will use a different outside, and it doesn't come from their name. It's
Wait, say that again. What?
I said a lot of insurance companies that I use will send you something so that you can hit like a text message, for example, and you hit the text message and it's secure.
So it's not uncommon for
not.
sites to use a third-party site to collect their money.
But you have to be careful in what information you're giving. At least if you're using a card, you can cancel that at any time. At no point should you be giving your banking information to any site
To order food.
Right. Come on.
Why would you be giving your bank your routing number and your bank information number to order food?
Right. I did realize that because I realized she didn't mention card. She said she gave them her banking information. That's completely different from just giving your card number. That's why you have the protection of the card, right? The bank gives you the card, so you're not walking around giving your account information to everyone. You use your card so that if something happens while making a transaction with that card, we can trace it. Once you start giving too much of your information, you're providing that. And it's your job to protect yourself as much as we possibly can in this world. You get what I'm saying?
And that's why I say we make it too easy for people to get us for $9,000, $10,000, because we have became so common with ordering stuff online and being so vibrant to giving out our information and card information and paying some. Nowadays, somebody can call your phone and say, this is the electricity company, Like they can literally go in your mailbox, steal your mail. If you see what I'm saying, take your electricity, know what company you come, call you and say, this is your electricity company, Stephen, your account number is such and such, such and such. And you're going to believe everything they saying. Right. And then you're going to give them all your information, banking information and everything, because they're going to tell you what? You got to pay your electricity bill.
Right. Scammers aren't usually, their tactics aren't really that detailed and intricate. You got to remember, they look for people who are unknowing, vulnerable, that don't know better. A person that will give you their banking information and not ask questions why. A person that doesn't look at their bills, so when they get a surprise phone call from their provider, they think it's them. They think it's the bank. You get what I'm saying? These tactics aren't very hard.
And that's why I say a lot of this paying bills over the computer and over the phone has really been a bad thing, because it opens up for scammers now. Because now when people call, a lot of people are getting calls to pay their bills. Mm-hmm. Instead of you paying your bill on your own. Now when you relying on Spectrum to call you, now you think every call that come in is Spectrum. Mm-hmm. How do you verify that these are really the people on the other end of the phone?
Right, you do the verification.
Sometimes these people have your account number.
Right.
Sometimes they have everything that you're
asking.
I
understand. And what I'm saying is we're never going to go backwards to where we used to be. Okay? We're never going to go back to going up to the teller and paying your bill and doing everything by paper. From now until going further, we will always be doing things electronically. So what you'll need to do is as much due diligence as you possibly can. Does that still leave you open to scammers? 100%. But do what you can to minimize that as much as possible, because it's not going to change. It's not going to change at all.
Oh, let me get him out. I got to get him straight about losing dog.
Okay.
Now, what you were saying? No, but you got to understand, the scammers know everything, man. That's why I said it's like when they tried to call your dad, I had to grab the phone. They know everything.
Scammers know everything because the easiest thing to get will be your information. 90% of it is given voluntarily online because we shop, we do business online, we provide, our computers have our whole lives into it. From the pictures we upload, the searches that we Google. So if a person is trying to find out information about you, we pretty much give it to them right in their hands. So at the point that we know that this is accessible to scammers and whoever's trying to use it mischievously, you have to understand that this is going to be a problem now and forever. You have to do as much as you can. Now, does that keep you from not getting scammed? No, because there's people that are a lot more clever every single day. But at least you're doing what you can possibly do to keep from being beat from a scammer. Like, she should have asked a lot more questions before loading a transaction.
She should have never even did it.
For example, and not to bash it and I haven't purchased anything, but I've heard so many horror stories about TikTok Shop. Why? Because it's like it also sends you to third-party vendors, some people who are independent vendors. So your card is out there with everybody, and so many people are getting their cards hacked by using TikTok Shop. I can't in a million years think of why I would put my card on something like TikTok Shop. Of all the places that I can buy things,
I wouldn't put my card
why
on
would I?
any
Right.
site.
This seems like the
If
universal
I-
highway
listen.
of robbery.
In the days of prepaid cards, why are you still using
Using
your
your credit
your actual bank card?
Yeah, that's it.
Like let's be honest. In the days where people have prepaid, you can go get you a prepaid card from any store. You could walk in Walmart, get a prepaid card. You could go in 7-Eleven, get a prepaid card. You could go into your nearest check cashing store, get a prepaid card. Why are you still using your bank account card? I don't get it. I wouldn't be buying nothing online with a card connected to my bank account. I tell my kids that. My kids buy stuff online. They have prepaid cards. If you want to buy something, you put whatever you want to spend on that card, and then you order online, man. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. Y'all know what it is, man. That's really crazy.
What's up, man? Y'all know who it is. It's your boy Floss the Boss, man. And you rocking with the Bounce News with my boy Gangsta Cap. You know what I'm saying? Floss the Boss streaming on all platforms, man. Y'all know the scope for real.